All right, guys, I am Matt Bentley. This is MMA Futures. I am here with Nebraska's favorite Liberian son, Dwight Joseph. Okay, Dwight, you are back in action here in Nebraska. Okay, we always love having you. Big friend of MMA Futures. Tomorrow night, you look to go 9-1 as you make another pro appearance here for MCF. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the preparation for the fight and kind of, how the lead-up's been, man?
Well, I just been staying busy, staying in the gym, staying training. I didn't have anything lined up. The fights that were trying to get me for this show fell through. And so Russ told me I wasn't going to be fighting on the show. But then I guess my guy lost his opponent. And then he told me, hey, if you want it, you're in. Yeah, why not? Stay busy and stay ready, So I took it.
For sure, man. And so you have kind of a long history with Russ Jones, man. I mean, you fought some amateur fights for Russ, okay? Is this your first pro fight for Russ?
This is my first pro fight for MCF. But in North Platte, my first amateur fight was here in North Platte. And then my last amateur fight was here in North Platte, and it was for Russ. But I met Russ probably a year or two before that. He was at one of my fights in Lincoln, I think my 5th amateur fight, and that's when I met him. And, yeah, we go way back.
Man, and you know what? I think that's probably the best way you could meet Russ Jones. There's some terrible ways you can meet Russ Jones. I mean, he's a lawyer, right? I thought that's maybe where you were going with the story.
No, that's true. I met him on the good side.
Okay, on the plus side,
yes,
we're
yes,
keeping things positive.
yes.
Okay, man. So, how's training been? You're training on a Team Alpha Male out there in California. I mean, how's everything been going, man?
Man, training's been great, man. Like, I'm at the point where I just have to stay ready with everything. So, I try to stay in the gym, just stay ready, for whatever opportunity pops up.
Yeah, you talked about your fight for here falling through. Had you had some fights that you had possibly been eyeballing, like somewhere else, that maybe fell through or something just wasn't clicking to kind of get you about that you wanted or something?
No, not really. I mean, I stay busy and I try to keep busy, because there's been stretches where I was just training and not having fights. So I just try to stay busy,
How's everything else been going out there in California?
Everything's great, man. I got a great camp. I got great coaches, great teammates. It's a tough mat. It's a tough room, and we got the best of everything. And I'm just blessed to be in there and just putting it all together. And elevating my game.
What are you doing for work out there in Cali?
I'm just fighting right now.
Okay, man. It must be rough. It must be rough. I was over here when I was a pro. I was working 2-3 jobs, 2 kids running around. This guy's like, oh yeah, just chill and just fight, and
I used to work, but it starts to get in the way of training, and it's like one has to suffer, and it's like, okay, you know what, like I'm just gonna focus on the training,
Well, that's awesome that you have a support system that kind of sets you up and gives you the ability to do that.
Yes, I've got great people behind me. I've got great sponsors. Most of the sponsors I have been with me since I was an amateur, and they continue to support me to this day. Whether it's Russ Jones with Jones Law Office, it's Winter Circle Auto Center in Lincoln, Nebraska. I've got Twin J behind me. I've got Blaine Brown and Jake Kurtz Painting, MMA Futures. I've got some great sponsors. My massage lady at the Massage Method in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Man, all Nebraska companies. This Cali surfer boy over here naming all Nebraska companies on that sponsorship list, boy.
I made sure I got my sponsorship right before I headed out there.
You had to make sure the bases were covered.
Yeah,
I got you. All right, so Dwight, I asked a guy this earlier, okay? Now, you are constantly smiling, okay? Yeah. I asked the kid this earlier. He's kind of shy and kind of nervous being in front of the camera. Yeah. But you always, you're on point. You're on point. So, I don't know if you know this, but I'm a stand-up comedian now. Yeah. Okay, so I do stand-up comedy. Let's get a joke, Dwight. Go ahead and give us the best joke you got in your arsenal, man. Let's go.
I can't think of one right now. But I would say I had some practice. I get a little nervous before I do interviews. But I was just live on the news this morning with Russ. So
this should be a cakewalk, bro.
Once I knock that out of the way, I'm in good spirits. I just weighed in and rehydrated, so I feel good.
All right, I got one for you. Ready? Okay, knock knock.
Who's there?
Dwight Joseph, and he's fighting tomorrow night. MCF 17, MMAFutures.com, my guy.
You calling me a joke?
No, come on, man. Oh, now, man, here's what we're going to do. So, like I said, it's on MMAFutures.com, but we're going to end this interview with me hanging my head in shame.